And I really enjoy the subject of philosophy, the whole concept and the core teaching, the whole point of that academic discipline. A lot of people are unaware of this because they really don't teach philosophy today. No one knows what the point or purpose is for it, because you can't make money or $1 million as a philosopher, so they stop teaching it. So a lot of people are completely lacking just a simple foundation of fundamentals. Philosophy 101. Most miss the mark when it comes to understanding the whole point of it, and that is to identify the beginning. What happened before the Big Bang? Why did the universe come into existence? Who am I? Why are we here? What's the purpose of this? What's the point? The reason, the cause, the beginning. That's what we're trying to find a way out of the rabbit hole. Most of us just jumping from one subject to the other, not really knowing what to think or who to trust, what to believe, what's up, what's down. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria! Things today are inverted in the way people view the world, and they view people the way they view purpose. It makes our attitudes and behaviors easy to corrupt and easy to fall and get yourself trapped. Personally speaking, it helped me to understand philosophy. I know most of you, practically all of you, we all are taught in school today about the Big Bang, that the universe came into existence from this little needle atom point. Everything was condensed and then poof. And so scientists and today we all look in wonder and amazement of how that happened, and just how amazing it is, and we get caught in the question of how it came to be. But science can't penetrate beyond creation, can't go before creation. It can only look at objects. It's objectifying. It can't identify cause. It has to do with metaphysics, cosmology, the heavens. You can't be a biologist and look at and study evolution and Charles Darwin and then apply biology and matter and physical objects and impose that upon the creation of the universe and expect to come to know the cause. And that is what is before the Big Bang, right? So many of them don't even consider this simple, logical, factual truth that the universe did not bring itself into existence. It's real simple. The universe didn't decide to explode one day and just bring everything into existence like by chance or chaos or, I just felt like, exploding one day. The universe says to itself, I just want to make myself expand. And so I create myself before I am created in myself. So in order for the universe to have given birth to itself, it would have had to exist before it existed, and that is an impossibility. Scientists never go into that, ever. They say, well, we know how the universe was created. It's billions of years. And it all began with an explosion. And that's fine. That's a fine theory of how the universe created, but it doesn't even come close to why. But why? Science can't answer why. It doesn't know. There's no place for science to answer that question. That's the purpose of philosophy. It studies, the basic questions of why are we here? Being, beginnings. And so all these great philosophers, Plato, Aristotle, and that's what philosophy tackles. It's a basic understanding that philosophy is able to do, and that is to identify there must be a creator. The universe did not create itself ex nihilo, It didn't wake up one day and decide, I'm just going to... The universe didn't exist in this little peon atom and just bop around, and all of a sudden it decided, I'm just going to explode and create the whole universe and everything. The universe doesn't operate like that. Nature doesn't operate like that. It operates underneath principles and laws, the law of gravity. It didn't come to existence by accident. All right? If people, scientists that say, it just, it is that it is because there's no purpose for it. Bullshit. There has to be. That's the whole point of creation. It's not random, chaotic. Just take a look around. You'll see order. You'll see harmony, right? Everything follows a particular guideline, a system, just like music does. Certain chords flow together, certain chords don't. What happens when a musician stops playing or they play the wrong note? throws the whole fucking band out of whack. I remember playing with musicians, and the drummer, he would slow down the tempo or speed it up. It just like whoa! It feels like we're on a boat. And don't rock the boat, babe. It fucking kills the music. You know, the waves, sine waves. Too much waves, man. It's just simple. The universe could not have created itself because it would have to exist before it existed. You can't have, that's an impossibility. Therefore, it had to be brought into existence by some being that's higher, that men call God, that creator, a mind, a purpose, all-knowing, right? That's what the Greeks in philosophy identified. Now, they did not identify who this being was. A lot of religions do not. The Islam religion does not know God. This is why they go crazy every time somebody tries to draw Allah, right? Like, you can't draw Allah because that's blasphemy and you'll get your head chopped off. Because they don't know God. They haven't identified him. They just see and think God is just pure will, and you can't really know him. That's why they think it's, when you draw a image of God, you're able to connect to God. That's why the Christians, they have Jesus. Jesus is a God that's very personable, the Christian God. When you look at different religions, I'm just saying, there's the basic concepts of worldviews and philosophies and religious beliefs. They all share a similarity. Yes, I'm not trying to condemn anybody if they are Muslim or a Hindu or a Jew or whatever, or an atheist. I'm not pointing a finger at you. There's nothing wrong with you. You've been given a worldview, a paradigm since you were very young, especially us in this modern day. We're taught that the universe operates on chaos and randomness, and there is no point or purpose to anything. That's what the theory of evolution teaches. Now, it's not that that's a bad theory to teach, but what they use science for is a weapon against the whole concept and idea of a creator. Simply so they can control you easier. Why? Because if you believe that there's no purpose and reason for anything, and it's just, might as well get your party and get as much pleasure and satisfaction as you can in this life, because when you die, that's it. Flames out, there's nothing there. It was just like before you were born, it was nothing, right? When you have that worldview, it's so easy to manipulate you because it instills in us, and it's instilled in me. When it comes down to it, there's no point to it. There's no reason. No one's looking out for you. Look out for yourself, right? Survival of the fittest. If you're not first, you're last. You gotta be number one. So you gotta act like a fucking animal. And so that's what we see today. That's all we see, is we see an inversion and a perversion of objects and things and possessions taking the place of people. We treat people like objects, and we treat objects like people, right? We exalt our car, like we leave our car, we leave our nice things. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to take care of your shit. I'm just saying that people got their priorities twisted. People use each other as a means to get an end, which is usually some kind of status, to get that position or promotion or that money. So what? So that they can exalt themselves over their fellow man, right? So they can be number one. I'm at the top of the pyramid. Just like Lord of the Rings. Remember the ring? Precious. But he was a nice little, was he a hobbit? And that ring turned him into Golem, turned him into a disgusting demon. He was just obsessed with it. He couldn't control himself. The object had complete power over him. That's the problem today. People objectify one another. People manipulating and pointing the finger and calling each other names and reminding the other person of all the things they've ever done that were bad. They got a laundry list. And the reason is because of that perverted worldview. When you've been given and drilled into your skull, we all came from the Big Bang. Big Bang, nothing. There's no purpose, no point. So, you're an animal. It's okay to act like an animal, but don't you fucking hurt animals, right? Don't you dare eat a fucking cow or a pig. But don't worry about it when it comes to killing children and, aborting fetuses. It's okay, because fetuses are not human beings, right? Like, fetuses are just things and objects. I mean, the child didn't, you didn't see the child yet, so it's out of sight, out of mind. It's just a thing. So, it's okay, but, the kitty cat, it's fucking adorable. I mean, look at that face. You don't want to hurt that cat, right? Of course, I don't want to hurt an animal. But people got their fucking priorities fucking crazy. PETA, for instance, like almost I guarantee you 99% of the people with PETA go fucking gung-ho over these animals, right? And promote abortion, women's right to choose with her own body. Now, I'm not judging anybody. You have an abortion, whatever, okay? I'm just saying the hypocrisy. It's okay to kill a human being, but God forbid you touch a bald fucking eagle, you get 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. It's a fucking bird. Are you kidding me? No, you shouldn't fucking kill a bird, obviously. But you shouldn't kill a fucking baby either. Sorry for cursing. It's totally backwards. Did you understand? That's why philosophy is so important. What do they teach you?